Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Katie and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. So before I talk about books, I just really want to quickly say something. For those of you who follow me on all three or just at least one of my Instagram accounts, I just really want to say thank you. I have been posting a lot of personal stuff on there in regards to Black Lives Matter, and I am constantly posting stuff in my stories, whether it is just information, it is videos that I feel like people need to see. Right now in the UK, we are still living with the whole lockdown COVID-19 situation, and it's just pretty, you know, full on because there just doesn't really seem to be an end. And then watching basically America kind of just implode, it is really emotional. I will not lie. And I struggled a lot with whether or not I should post something, because living in the UK, I am not in there. I am not having to deal with that shit. And also being mixed race, is it my place to say anything? But what it came down to in the end was I was regardless going to show my support, because duh. But in the end, I did end up posting quite a personal post, which I think I did on my sort of makeup-y beauty one. Just happened to be, to begin with, I was posting on Bookstagram, because up until Blackout Tuesday, I just felt like no one in that community was talking about it. But I'm starting to see more people talking about books by Black authors, whether it's, you know, contemporary, whether it's non-fiction, whether it's YA fantasy, like amazing. But to begin with, just felt like no one was really talking about it in the Bookstagram community. And I think slowly my frustration was building that I ended up posting something, just a personal post. Again, one of the main reasons I was very unsure is because I have never experienced direct racism, at least not as an adult. Someone reminded me last night of an incident when we were like at high school, I think, possibly middle school, and I completely forgotten about it. And I was like, oh my god, yeah, wow, how did I forget about that? But never directly to me. However, in my job, and I've been in retail for like nearly 10 years now, I experience a lot of ignorance from white people, and I know it's not negatively meant. Well, I mean, I really hope it's not. I'm sure there are good intentions behind it, but when I really think about it, it is kind of racist. I understand that this doesn't scream obviously where I'm from, and I understand that, like, I totally get it. When I look at my cousins who are kind of the same colouring as me, I don't look like them. They have the black features of my family. I don't look like my family. I don't really look like my dad's family either, but I have my dad's hairline. Yeah, I don't look like them. But whereas with me, I am like, placey bets here, people. It has definitely worn me down. I get more and more frustrated just the older I'm getting with it. And it is really hard. And just for anyone out there who has ever unintentionally done this, I've been at work and people do ask me, oh, where are you from? Your skin's so pretty, your eyes are so nice, your hair is amazing. Just don't do it. Seriously, don't, because it doesn't change my service to you. You're curious and I get it, but you don't need to know. Like, truly you don't. And please do not push the subject when I say I'm from here, I'm from here. No, seriously, I'm from here. And then go, no, but okay, but fine, your parents. My parents were born here too. Like, stop. I know it is not negatively meant to be hurting me, but you can't just please stop it. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to people who responded to that post and, you know, said just really kind things. And to sum up like how it makes a person feel, one of my tattoo artists, Lou from Brighton, who's tattooed me twice. I've met this woman twice and I've spoken to her on the phone once in regards to having to keep rearranging my appointment because of lockdown. She messaged me last night to reach out. She DM'd me on Instagram because she replied to one of my comments on one of her posts and said, here is my phone number. I know we're strangers, but if you need me, I'm here for you. She was like, right now it is a really shitty situation and it can really feel like the walls are coming in on us. I mean, I had a cry over it. I'm not gonna lie, I cried because this complete stranger who's only met me twice was like, I get it, we're in a really shit tight right now, and if you're struggling because of the lockdown situation, well then watching this is probably just gonna completely do you in. It really does mean a lot to people when you reach out, and even just to be like, I'm here for you. Oh, I will not cry. Whew. Yeah, even just to be like, we're here for you, just talk to me. It really means the fucking world, because it is scary right now. And there's a lot of stuff out there on the internet which is just soul crushing. I just wanted to say thank you to anyone who has stood up and said, yeah, we're with you, and even after Blackout Tuesday, but also people who have said to me, Okay, we need to talk about books now. So I just did another hour's worth of reading of the Boneless Mercies. I'm now on page 306. I'm very close to finishing this, so I will do that tomorrow. I am enjoying it. I would say that this book is going to be probably 3.5 star, only because in regards to pacing, it isn't massively fast. You know, they're on the road to trying to seek glory, so they're not having massive fights with people. They're not battling people all the time. We've now hit the point where they're at the final stage now. They're in Blue V and they're now tracking down the beast. So yeah, it is much slower in pacing. However, it is really good, you know, seeing these people who go from being very isolated and not really talking a lot to really changing as they meet people, as their saga continues. Because what I really like is that they constantly refer to sagas told to them and stories told to them, and they are on their own saga. So it is really nice of this idea that they are creating their own one, because these 4 mercies are doing something that's never been done. They are turning their back on the death trade to seek a warrior's tale, a warrior's glory, and hopefully not a warrior's death. I'm getting a little worried because, you know, we're getting close to the end now, and it's like, are they all gonna make it out of this? But it is also, if they do, it's gonna be where will they go from there? So I'm kind of preparing for the fact that they're gonna have to split up if they all survive, and I'm not sure I'm ready for that. With Heroes, Stephen Fry's book, I am now firmly into Hercules' story now. So we've had his major survival as a baby from Hera, and so now it's gonna be, I'm guessing, him growing up, and then, but I'm really enjoying it. It's really cool because I've known bits about Hercules but not properly everything, so I do know tidbits, but I am really enjoying listening to that. So that is it for today. Tomorrow I will definitely finish the Boneless Mercies, and then my goodness, we will be starting City of Glass. I'm so excited, can you tell? Again, sorry about the tears, but unfortunately, it was probably inevitable that was going to happen. I will catch up with you on possibly tomorrow, maybe Monday. Hey guys, so I've just finished the Boneless Mercies. Like I said, yeah, it's definitely, I think, a 3.5. It was very sweet and it was sad at the end as well, which was to be expected, you know, from very early on, what they want and what they are striving to get. It's obviously likely to be a very sad end. You know, sagas are full of sad stories, and especially when seeking glory. It has made me hungry to have more books by her, even if they are just standalones. There is an opening for a continuation a lot further down the line, maybe even not with these characters, but there is a witch war brewing, and it would be cool to be able to kind of come back to this, even if it's not with these characters but with others, because I just really like her storytelling and I really like the world that she's created, and it would be nice to have their saga included in someone else's story. But no, it was really good and it was really nice, but it wasn't like action packed or anything. It didn't have me like on the edge of my seat or anything, but it was still a really good book. And now I get to follow it up with this. Yay! Give me strength and wish me luck. Yes, I will probably start this sometime after the weekend. In regards to Heroes, I'm currently in the middle of the 12 Labours of Hercules, or Heracles as his name is technically. That is the Greek version. Hercules is the Roman version. See, I'm currently in the middle of the 12 Labours of his. Well, I thought it was 12 Labours. He agreed to do 10, so I'm guessing he must do 2 more, because I'm sure it's the 12 Labours of Hercules, not the 10. But I'm in the middle of that. I'm really enjoying it because it's one of these things, I knew he did these labours, but I never knew why he did them, and I never really knew like what they were. But what is fun is that listening to them and reading them, I'm seeing how they've been included in the Disney film as like sort of little sort of homages, because obviously the film is completely different from when Hera is trying to kill him. So it's cool seeing the inspiration of his story and how they used it in their version, and then the homages to the 12 Labours within that. It's quite cool. But I will catch up with you after the weekend and begin the joy of this. It feels like so much has happened since I last checked in. It probably hasn't, but it just feels like so much has happened. So I'm back to my actual hair, my other hair. Yeah, back to the natural hair. It was crazy soft, however, an absolute bastard to try and wash. Oh my god, there was so much dirt hair. I got to see Alice and her family on Sunday. It was so good to just see people and just talk, and it was just so nice, and More importantly, I had a phone call from work. So not long actually after I'd finished the Boneless Mercies, I got a phone call from one of the line managers, and yeah, I have been unfurloughed. However, I'm going to a different store. I have very mixed emotions about this. I want to go back and see my store. I want to help them. I want to give my support to them. I want to see Katie again. I want to do delivery with her and just, yeah. So it really sucks. I'm actually going to a store near where Gavin lives, but it is not easy to get to. We're looking at worst case 40 minutes, best case 30-minute walk. I have no idea what hours I'll be working. I'm still doing my contracted hours, 37.5, but I don't know when. So I was meant to start yesterday, but then I got a message from her a bit later saying, because of, I don't know why they don't think these things, like if you work in retail, no one is in head office over the weekends. They realised that HR wouldn't be able to unfurlough us to start Monday, so they like start Wednesday. I have no idea who else from my store is going. Well, I do now, but at the time I didn't. And then I realised when I was with Alice and her family, we were chatting about, you know, holidays and cancellations and refunds and stuff like that. I suddenly realised, oh shit, I had holiday booked in June. It's this week, so I should have been off this week. So I messaged Justine, because obviously they were like, we will get in contact with you on Monday just to confirm everything. So I messaged her on Monday saying, I've just realised I was meant to be off this week, so obviously like what the hell's happening? Yeah, I go back to work, which is going to be so strange. I phoned the doctor yesterday about my shoulder, because as much as I like to avoid using up the NHS resources, Sunday I woke up and I was like pain free, and I was like, yes. Obviously stabbing pain in my chest, like a deep breath, so like yawning and stuff. And as the day went on, it was a little bit achy, and then I realised at one point I was sat at Alice's in the garden, and I don't know if I leaned forward or something, but it's like this, it's almost like a whole patch is just so sore. And I remember like walking home, somehow it was like 10:30 at night, and I'm like walking home and I'm like, oh my god, like I'm walking so stiffly, I couldn't sleep. It was so horrible. Like last night I had the best night's sleep ever. So I phoned the doctors and I told the receptionist my entire life story, and so they put me on a call back waiting list to have like a over the phone consultation, which literally happened within an hour actually. And she said that she thinks it probably is most likely a strain, and when I looked up like strains in muscles in the chest and stuff, it did say about having sharp pains in the chest, which is like what I was having. So she's told me that for the next 3 days, although just tomorrow now, that I basically just have to take loads of painkillers. So yeah, I just need to alternate with, well, not alternate, but I need to take both paracetamol and ibuprofen. So part of me, I'm actually quite glad now I have got this week's holiday, because I now have just an extra week to just really recover and just, yeah. I started City of Glass earlier. I have read literally like the first 10%. I spent an hour reading. It's fine, we're okay, everyone is fine. So if you don't know what City of Glass is about, the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare, so it is about the Nephilim, who are shadow hunters who fight demons, and then you have the Downwilders, so they're almost like the rest of the supernatural world, so vampires, werewolves, fays. And then you have Valentine, who was kind of like the Voldemort of the piece. He was around a long time ago and pretty much tried to kick off a war, and everyone thought he was dead, but now he's back, and he's trying to collect the mortal instruments for his nefarious reasons. So the first 2 books have been Clary discovering she's part of the shadow hunter world, learning stuff about it, learning Valentine's sort of endgame to a degree, and trying to stop him in the process. We have had personal drama from this fallout. We are finally, in this 3rd book, finally visiting the actual shadow hunter world, like their actual realm, where they come from. I feel like it's a long time coming, like 3rd book in, it's taken long enough. This one, pretty much from what I've worked out, takes place within a week of the last one, I think. So there goes any hope of character development for me. So far it has been fine. It hasn't annoyed me, apart from Clary, because standard, but Jace hasn't annoyed me yet, so we're doing really well. But yeah, I'm just excited to finally take this out of New York and actually go somewhere else. I don't know how much of this book is going to be spent there, but it is nice to finally just explore this world, because it's been alluded to so much. We have met more Downworlders in the second one. It is now just like, okay, can we finally actually see where they're from? So this one, yeah, is, I'm guessing, stopping Valentine from getting the 3rd mortal instrument, and it is looking like the Downworlders are now gonna play a bigger part, and the shadow hunters are literally gonna have to like pick up their balls and be like, okay, we have to stop being dicks and fight with with these people, not against them, which is really quite ironic considering what is happening right now, just saying. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it gets better, because so far Jace hasn't annoyed me. It's only been Clary, so wish me luck here, people. Oh my goodness, I look so rough without makeup. Oh, I'm just going to make an apology here. Today was that I couldn't be bothered to put any form of makeup on, so yikes. So I have literally just done another hour's worth of reading of City of Glass, and I can honestly say I am not hating it. Can you believe it? 2 books in and I'm not hating it. My god. I think it could be because right now, like I said, our characters, they have gone to Idris. Like, finally it has been talked about. We're finally going to the home of the Shadowhunters, and there has been no like beating around the bush. Like, they have gone there. Simon has ended up going there with the Lightwoods, so with Alec, Jace and Isabel and the family, and Clary has ended up going with Luke. And I feel like not having Clary with them has made such the difference, because although yes, there are tensions with Simon and the Lightwoods, it's just so different not having Clary there, because I don't know why, it's almost like Jace feels the need to be an extra dick because of the weird love triangle, but not love triangle that's happening with them, and it just feels a lot less tense. Like, she's always having to stop them two from bickering, and it's so nice not to have that, because it does almost feel like the two guys have grown slightly. So yeah, it's been more enjoyable in that respect. Right now Simon has now been separated from them, and we're sort of learning the Claves and the council's potential agendas in regards to Valentine. Clary is off making dumb decisions, so for me it's just a case of having to tolerate her dumb decisions. But so far I'm actually enjoying it. So I've got a couple more days until the weekend, so hopefully I will get some more, and I'm hoping to get about halfway. I'd be quite happy with that. And yeah, hopefully I'm gonna see some real story progression and actually be able to sit back and enjoy this for once, and not be sat there like I can't do this anymore. So with Heroes, I am still on the Labours of Hercules. I was right, it is 12 labours, but because of a technicality in like the second one, his 10 have been extended to 12. I don't expect to get massively far with it, because at the moment, you know, I'm not getting ready for work like I normally would, so you know, I'm not listening to it for as long. I have been thinking about listening to it at night, because I said before I've been having trouble sleeping, but I don't want to fall asleep whilst listening to it. But once I get back to work next week, I will be able to, I think, to make more progress on it. So before I go, I have more packages. I need to learn to like stop buying stuff, and which is also, I've now learned to recognize the handwriting. I don't think I can show this to you without showing my address. Hang on. I just love that she's got a little thank you sticker for the Royal Mail on there. I just think that's really cute. So in regards to next week, like I said, I am going back to work. That is happening, and obviously I didn't know very much other than I was meant to start today. Obviously I have holiday, and it was just turn up at 9 o'clock. I have since had a message from, oh holy hell on earth, yeah, I've since had a message from one of the store managers just saying, could I do next week, if I could do Monday to Friday and do 7 till 4, which I'm thrilled about because it's closer to my original shift. Oh, there's a little tea light in here. Oh, that's cute. Oh god, deep breath out my chest. It's very fruity, slightly citrusy. Maybe it's grapefruit. My biggest concern is because the store I'm going to is on like an industrial estate. They obviously do longer hours than where I normally work. Yes! I've been waiting for Yennefer ever since I got Geralt. So Yennefer is lilac, gooseberries and power, and I can already see there is a layer of glitter. And yes, I am right, there is a layer of glitter. Oh my god, that smells so good. Do you know what's really nice about this? I don't know if it's because it's gooseberries maybe, who knows, but it's not really sweet or anything. Like, there is a sweetness to it, but it's not over the top. It is very slightly musky. I think it's the lilac. In fact, I think when I worked at Yankee Candle, we had a candle that I think had notes of lilac in it, and it reminds me of that. It's that kind of powdery smell. Oh my god, that is amazing. I'm ordering another one of those. So this means this is Shadowfax, which is Gandalf's horse, and I'm so excited. I have a tin of this, and I don't understand how you can make a candle so creamy. I don't understand. When I last looked, they only had Yennefer left of the Witcher collection. As I was saying, yeah, they work later, and so for me, it was obviously having to get there, because I am going to have to be walking there to and from, and I didn't know really what was going to happen in regards to doing these these vlogs anymore. So I think we're gonna have to play it by ear, and that it may become a case of I can't do weekly ones anymore. For next week, oh my god, I'm doing until 4, so I will get home sometime by 5 o'clock. So next week it is plausible that I can still make one and it'll be fine, but the coming week after that, I just don't know if I will be doing the same. Fingers crossed that it will continue that way and doing 7 till 4 will work out. Oh, I love this candle so much. I'm proud of myself, managed to hold a conversation and do this. Shadowfax is jasmine, vanilla and wildflower, and comes with dried herbs on the top. The second I opened this, oh my goodness, I got the biggest whiff. Oh my god, I don't understand how a candle can be so goddamn creamy. Like, I just want to get a spoon in there. I'm gonna have to order this as well. So yeah, so that is it for today's weekly vlog. There will definitely be another one next week. It's just going to be a case of we'll just have to wait and see what happens really going forward. If you enjoyed this video, then smash that like button, and of course comment below about absolutely anything. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and of course ding the bell. I will be linking in my description box the link that I have on all 3 of my Instagrams, which is ways in which that you can help with Black Lives Matter movement. So whether it's donating, signing petitions, just reading material so you can educate yourself, I will be including that below. I've been using it and I've read some really interesting articles about life really as a young black person growing up. There was a really interesting one which was about black burnout and kind of the experience of that. So yeah, it's been interesting really learning about that culture of living life in sort of impending fear and the constant grind to trying to strive to have what white privileged people just naturally have. So yeah, I will link that below because yeah, it is just a really helpful resource. I hope you have a good weekend and I will see you next week.